Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to travel through history as we examine the remarkable walls that once surrounded the fine city of Norwich.
Our story begins atop Ket's Heights, overlooking the medieval city of Norwich. Ket's Heights, named after the famous rebel Robert Ket, offers a breathtaking view of Norwich. But imagine a time when the view was marred by looming walls, fortifications that defined life within and beyond. Bishop Bridge was one of the key gateways into Norwich. It originally had a fortified gatehouse. It is not linked to the walls, as the city relied on the river for its defence from the eastern side. Cow Tower is an artillery tower by the river, built between 1398 and 1399 by the city authorities in response to the threat from France and indigenous English rebels. The tower was intended to defend the northeastern approach to Norwich with hand cannons. It was maintained throughout the 15th century and played a role in Ket's rebellion of 1549, when the rebels attacked Norwich, deploying artillery and damaging the tower's parapets. Repairs to the tower's walls in the late 19th century inadvertently caused long-term damage, and in 1953 it was taken into the guardianship of the Ministry of Works, who stabilised its condition in a 5-year conservation. In the 21st century, Cow Tower is managed by English Heritage and Norwich City Council. The circular tower is 11.2 metres across and 14.6 metres high and divided into 3 stories. Its walls are 1.8 metres thick at the base, with a core of flint stone faced on the inside and outside with brick. The Cow Tower was especially designed to support the use of gunpowder artillery, making it a very rare structure in England for this period. The only close equivalents are God's House Tower in Southampton and the West Gate at Canterbury. Just beyond the Cow Tower, the wall starts next to St James Mill. The majority of this section of walls is hidden behind hoardings, but will emerge when the current building development is complete. Pockthorpe, or Bar Gate, was at the northeast corner of the city in the parish of St James. The gateway was just below Mousehold Heath, close to the river. The gateway was extensively rebuilt following damage sustained during the Ket Rebellion of 1549 and was demolished in 1792. Life beyond the city walls was a stark contrast to the bustling activity within. The residents here faced challenges ranging from bandit raids to harsh taxation. Unsavoury activities were relegated to outside the walls. Hangings took place on the gallows that stood outside Magdalen Gate from at least the 13th to the mid-17th century. In August 1549, at the end of Ket's Rebellion, 30 traitors were hanged, drawn and quartered here. The only evidence of St Augustine's Gate are these markers in the pavement. Located between present-day Bakers Road and St Martin's at Oakwall Lane, was known as the Jousting Acre. Here, Norwich knights and men-at-arms once practised martial skills. Edward, the Black Prince, is known to have attended a jousting tournament in Norwich on St Valentine's Day 1340. It isn't known for sure where the event was staged, but the jousting acre is a distinct possibility. St Benedict's Gate, also known as Heaven's Gate, was a gathering place for pilgrims en route to Walsingham. One of the longest sections of the remains of the wall borders Chapperfield. Taxes and tolls were an integral part of life outside the city walls. Merchants paid tolls to enter Norwich, while peasants faced heavy taxes on their produce. These levies ensured the city's financial stability. St Stephen's Gate, pictured here, was the primary gate into Norwich and was used for ceremonial occasions. As night begins to fall, we make our way towards the Black Tower. The wide wall here allowed for a walkway at the top, protected by a parapet on the outer side. Where this parapet survives at Carrow Hill, it rises to about 2 metres above the walk, providing full cover for men keeping watch or defending the city. '17th century plague victims were isolated in specially built huts, or in this case, the Black Tower. The tower was subsequently turned into a windmill. I hope you enjoyed our tour of the city walls. We've actually walked the entire length of the city, covering as much of it as we can, so I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, like and subscribe.